Lucan in third. Keswick in the fourth position thus far in the still rings. This is Andreas Wecker of Germany, 21 years old. He's the leader of the East German men's team before the time of the unification.
We saw Wecker a couple of years ago in the World Gymnastics Championships, and many of the people in the gymnastic community felt he was robbed by not winning the gold medal on the still ring event, where he is absolutely brilliant. Andreas Aguilar from West Germany at the time, he won the gold in his home country. Many felt that Wecker's routine was more difficult and more solid. He gets a chance here 2 years later to see if he can finally get the World Championship gold. He opens with a kip to an L cross, to a regular cross. There's an inverted iron cross and a press back to a handstand. Well done. There's a move called a Maltese cross. You'll notice that for many years, a long time ago, the gymnasts used to do a huge series of strength moves, and then the emphasis switched to swing elements, and now they're working their way back to more and more strength moves. There was his swing to handstand. Boy, this routine is outstanding. All he has to do is stick the dismount. A 9-9 would put him in the lead. Oh, it's going to be close.
A 9.875 Nasutin. That is what he hopes to be. We'll be back with final results in the pommel, the vault, the rings, and the bars in just a moment.
Sports and Science Converge, brought to you by AT&T, sponsored the '92 U.S. Olympic team. Through the ages, athletes could only choreograph performances in the abstract, developing exercises through trial and error. This process proved time-consuming and inefficient. Now, a computer helps with athletic choreography.
Without having to just wear yourself out in the gym, trying all kinds of different elements, you might say, well, let's put this sequence here, and you can cut and paste. And you can take a couple of elements and move them here and move a couple over here, and you can look at it and see how it works with the music. Maybe it works better with the music in this order.
The resulting instant choreography is only one of the many benefits the Lifeforms computer system has to offer.
Well, one of the beautiful things about this system is that it allows for a coach to videotape an athlete doing a sequence and then enter it into the Lifeforms system and plot it on the computer right up next to a technically correct sequence and point out the differences. The beauty of this is, see, if you're watching a regular videotape, all you can do is say, this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong. But on the computer, you can actually make the change, and you can see the resulting effect.
The result is a flawless routine. No more time is wasted experimenting with different moves or proper technique. The computer becomes the launching pad to a perfect 10. Brought to you by AT&T, proud sponsor of the '92 U.S. Olympic team.
Any competitor scores a perfect 10 this evening, McDonald's will donate $1,000 to his or her Olympic training fund. All a part of McDonald's helping Olympic dreams come true. By the way, Shannon Miller, while we're away, has pulled into a tie for first in the uneven bars. Her score a 9.95, and Wecker of Germany a close second now. Nasutin of the Soviet Union a 9.862 as we're coming back to the uneven bars. Kim Gwon-suk of North Korea will be performing on the uneven bars. So thus far, Kutsu and Miller tied for first. Haska.
And she has certainly been one of the favorites here and a favorite on the uneven bars. She's 4 feet 4 inches tall and 60 pounds. Scored a 9.987 during the optional round of the team competition to qualify. And you won't believe this routine. Big reverse heck right into a reverse heck front. Unbelievable. Big dismount coming up here. After her Jaeger front. Here's her final sequence. And a tuck double back, all right. That first sequence of the uneven bar routine, I have never seen that before.
Wow, she just flies around. 4'4", 60 pounds.
Watch this, reverse heck. She generates enough speed to go into another one, but does a front somersault and catches. That is unbelievable.
Oh, Kim Gwon-suk of North Korea, and the crowd loves it.
Do you believe she's 16 years old?
Her father is 5'6", her mother is 5'1", so she comes by her small size in a hereditary fashion. And the crowd so appreciative. What great crowds we have had. 15,000 here last night. I think it's bigger than that tonight.
That was really exceptional. 3 big release moves in that routine. And a high tuck double back dismount.
Well, it's really amazing to watch the young lady from North Korea. And I think we ought to take time right now to look at the uneven bars. Kathy Johnson's going to document how they have changed through the years.
I'm sure a lot of you remember this. Remember when the gymnasts used to beat the bars? The event that's changed the most over the past decade in women's gymnastics is the uneven bars. The skills the girls are performing are much more difficult, and there are really 3 reasons for that. 1, the gymnasts are a little bit smaller. 2, the bars are much smaller around and much more round, which helps the gymnasts hold on better and generate more speed in their swing to get the big swing elements. And 3, and really this is the most important, the bars are much further apart now. I think we're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're now approaching my setting in 1984 where we did giant swings and release moves. Now we're getting to the average setting of the girls in the competition here. And you can see there's much more distance, and they're doing big swing with big release moves.
And so the men, they're competing on the rings. Sutton of the Soviet Union with the lead. Becker of Germany in second. Keki of Italy third. And Keswick, Scott Keswick now has dropped to 6th after being 4th earlier in the still rings. And the uneven bars, we now have Li Jing in progress now. Li Jing from China, the 21-year-old.
Oh, and what, how unfortunate. He is so wonderful on the rings. Beautiful extension, wonderful strength work. I don't know what happened there.
He is one of the most decorated male gymnasts outside of the Soviet Union, performing for China. And then his young lady, Kim Gwon-suk, who certainly charmed everyone here. And her score will be coming here in just a moment as the applause starting to mount. And she now has a, wait a minute, we are going to wait. Is this confirmed? It is a 10. It is a 10.
Ho, ho, ho!
A 10 for the North Korean.
And every one of those 10 points are based on that first sequence that she did. It was incredible.
What a treat.
And so for Kim Gwon-suk, her perfect 10 performance, McDonald's will donate $1,000 to her Olympic training fund. All a part of McDonald's helping Olympic dreams come true. And as we mentioned a while ago, McDonald's will donate $1,000 to the Olympic training fund for the North Koreans. And so she wowed the judges as well as us.
This was a lot of fun. What a highlight of the competition.
Tatiana Lysenko of the Soviet Union.
Very difficult to come up with another 10, but she's got a lot of difficulty in this routine. Oh, a little off. Oh, what a shame.
They have been so consistent in this performance throughout this competition, and how disappointed she must be.
She was actually the gymnast that we thought might even win the all-around title, and she had a misfortune off the balance beam, missed her foot on a dismount, and really crashed on a double back. Now this is unusual. She just left the podium. I don't think she's going to go back up.
The all-around champ of the 1990 World Cup.
Oh, it's a grip. It ripped.
Wow, does that happen very often?
Not very often, but when it does, that's the gymnast problem. It's personal equipment, and if something goes wrong, they don't get to continue.
But you're talking about the beam. She crashed on that, kind of hit the edge of it last night. And here now, so she has been plagued with difficulties. She may have hurt herself.
No, I think she's hurt her hand. She must have jammed a finger. I'm sure of it. Oh, no. And you can see the fingers are taped. She probably had a little trouble with those to begin with.
Well, we saw just moments ago Li Jing on the rings. He posted a 9.362. We saw the problems he had with the dismount.
That's unfortunate. The Chinese rival the Soviets in many ways in terms of their difficulty and their style, and Li Jing was just off.
And now Ikitani, Yukio Ikitani of Japan, the 20-year-old, is on the rings.
Ikitani really made his mark back in the Seoul Olympics in '88 as a member of that fantastic Japanese team that has come back to the forefront. The Japanese owned men's gymnastics for nearly 20 years, and over the last 12 years, the Soviets have been in charge, but the Japanese are on their way back. That's a wonderful move, a double backflip within the rings, and now a double front flip within the rings. Well done, dismount.
Ikitani, one of the young standouts in the '89 World Championship. She finished in a tie for 4th in the all-around for the Japanese team.
He's from the great Japanese program that produced people like Mitsuo Sukahara, the Olympic champion, and Koji Gushikin, Olympic all-around champion in 1984. Watch this move in the rings. In the piped position, he does a double front and then back uprise to a handstand. That was invented by one of his teammates from a few years back, Yamawaki. There's an unusual angle to see the position in the air on the dismount. It's a double backflip with a full twist in the second flip. Great job.
Well, the score to beat is still 9.875 by Masuten. The Soviet, as we wait the score.
I don't believe he'll get that. Masuten was a little more solid in his handstands. And although this routine had plenty of difficulty, he didn't quite maintain perfect control of the rings.
So all the competitors are through in the men's rings. And we have Henrietta Onodi of Hungary as the final competitor, getting ready to go on the uneven bars. So the Soviets have fared very well as far as the men are concerned. Of course, they finished so strongly in the all-around. Here's Onodi.
Henrietta was the first Hungarian woman to ever win a gold medal at the European Championships, and she did just that on this event. She has a unique bar routine.
Kathy Lysenko, they gave her an 8.2 after all that difficulty.
She has a unique beginning of the routine. Jump full turn into a glide. Not that difficult, but it's nice to see some originality. There's another full pirouette here. And I love this little section. Oh, she left it out. She usually does a full turn up to the high bar. It's her first release move. She does not quite have the amplitude that she needs to score real big on this routine. Those release moves should be way up above the bar. But this is a new dismount for her. It's a double layout right after this pirouette. And open. Nice position in the air and a good landing.
Henrietta Onodi from Hungary, 17 years old. We're going to be back to wrap it all up here from the 1991 World Gymnastics Championships from the Hoosier Dome in just a moment.
Mary Lou. What a gymnast! Gymnastics' greatest stars in their greatest moments. Kathy Rigby, Kurt Thomas, Bart Connor.
Maybe a gold medal!
Now 3 decades of gymnastics history can be yours on home video. To order, call 1-800-4ABC-VCR. Only $24.98 plus $3 shipping.
The Penn State Nittany Lions head west to tackle the Trojans of South.
Out the results. The floor exercise order tonight. Igor Korotinsky of the Soviet Union with his teammate Shirbo finishing with the silver. Daisuke Nishikawa of Japan in third. In the pommel horse, Valery Belinki of the Soviet Union. Yi Ling Yao of China. Li Jing of China finishing in third. In the vaults, Milosevic of Romania, followed by Onodi of Hungary. And then in the still rings, Yasutin along with Becker and Keki in the uneven bars. Wan Suk with a perfect 10. Really capturing the hearts of everyone here. Kutsu of the Soviet Union.